Uh, what's up? And of course, I don't have to make a video on this. It's not that serious. I can still play max modes and still submit them. But I do have a problem with the all modes list. Of course, no one's going to take me seriously because, who really cares about me? But I do love this community. I've met some great people because of it. Yeah, I've met like Caesar, Coolbuy, Skyrim NPC. I don't know. I kind of just met him, you know. But I think the people who are actually in control of the server are the people I don't necessarily like. Of course, I think some of the staff are good, but like I don't know if Screeper is really that bad. I just don't like Kuzlnik or whatever. How do you like Talk Show Vinny is what his display name is on the AML. I don't like him. Think he's like the owner right now. But I went to make a case for why I think I shouldn't have been banned. Uh, or opinion blacklisted, I should say. Maybe I should, but that really isn't the point of the video. Um, so basically, I was talking to Screeper. I never insulted him. I never said anything mean to him. I never threatened him. We were having a conversation, and for some reason, Kuzelnik, he decides to blacklist me from the AML staff, asked AML staff, because I was wasting time when I'm pretty sure by definition that is literally what the Ask AML chat is for. They waste their own time to help people out. And if I get banned for trying to, understand everything, then I don't think that's right. I don't think getting banned or blacklisted from like the only people that have any control over this server is good for me. Alright, and I don't think it's fair. I was talking to Screeper, and Kuzelnik just blacklisted as, a jester to Screeper when we were just having a conversation. And of course, it was a long conversation, but I think they just saw we had a disagreement and banned me for it, which I don't think is right. I don't think it's right. I don't think a disagreement is always a horrible thing. Alright, like I argued and I got banned. Arguing isn't a bad thing. Alright? I just don't get why I have to be banned for it. You know? But of course, I literally gave him an out too. He could have just said, "Alright, you're blacklisted. There's nothing we can do about it." And I don't think I would have complained about it. I hope not. And I would have probably just left it there as, okay, I made a bad opinion, that's why I'm banned. Or I was never meant to be unbanned in the first place. But when I was making a case for my points, I got banned. Because I was wasting Screeper's time. I think it's really dumb. Of course, I'm not calling anyone dumb. I don't really know anyone. Kuzelnik might be a great person who just had a bad day and hated seeing me make my case. Like, it's fine. Alright? I forgive him. And also, I don't have any evidence for this. But, I think this feature is removed now in the all modes list. But there's a skill set section that I wasn't blacklisted in, thank goodness. I could actually voice my opinions there. But I was gonna do Pizza Man. Alright, what's the skill set for Pizza Man? And I had an argument with people that Oxygen is a green running skill. I believe Oxygen is a green running skill. Of course, I was the only one who believed that. But I believed it on the premise that you need to preserve your oxygen in order to survive. And of course it regens really quickly, but if you don't green run your oxygen correctly, you'll die. And that's why I thought green oxygen was a green running skill. Of course people disagreed, and I made my points. Alright? And actually Almahada Boom was there from the start. And I said, okay. I didn't focus on winning the argument. I said, okay, Almahada Boom, if you can give me a definition on what green running is, then we could end this. I gave him an out. He could have literally made a definition that suited his own definition of green running, not an official definition. He could have just made one up, and boom, that would have been over. Oxygen wouldn't be considered green running. But no, he took me for light. He said, well, what do you mean? Green running is just green running, which is just circular reasoning. Okay, that doesn't explain anything. I gave him a way to end the argument because I don't think he was liking it. And he didn't do it. Alright? In fact, he just got ChatGPT and said, what is power? And it started talking about politics. He gave me a definition based off politics. And, I decided, if I took this seriously, we have to apply it to everything. So I went to one of his posts and I said, there's no green running because where's the politics at? And then he threatened to ban me. Alright, I only merely used his definition to suit my own arguments. And guess what? I got freaking threatened to be banned. Luckily I didn't get banned, but I got threatened. And I don't like it. I just got threatened for no good reason. And then we got another definition. In fact, I'm pretty sure that definition also fits in with oxygen being a green running skill. He literally screwed himself over there. And of course, I don't think he wanted to do it anymore. I don't know exactly how it ended. I forgot. But I want to be able to talk with staff because in fact they're the people who interact with the community the most, and if I'm interacting with them and I just say a wrong opinion and I get banned because of that, or I'm just wasting their time, quote unquote, I don't know anymore. Alright? If the majority of the people who interact with the community are staff, and the people who I'm interacting are staff, then how am I supposed to interact with most of the community? They literally make up most of the voice. And if talking to them results, if I have to be in fear every time I talk to them, I don't know why. Alright, it's so annoying. I got blacklisted. Of course, the opinion blacklist thing, maybe I should have been banned. Alright, I'll admit that. Maybe I should have been banned. Alright, I thought I had a reasonable, logical argument for why AJ should have been top 1. Of course, that didn't age well, because now, apparently it's obviously not top 1. Or even top 5. Or top 10. But, I don't know, I thought I made a logical case for why AJ should have been top 1. I used some math, but no. Apparently not. That gets me blacklisted. And then I made another post about, fine, where should it be then? Because I didn't know. People just, all I know is it's placed at top 2, and I don't know why. I don't know why it's placed at top 2. So I made another post saying, well, what should the difficulty be? Because all I knew was top 2. I don't know why it's top 2. But I guess I can't have those conversations. Alright. It's whatever. But I really like this community, but the most important people don't like me. So I guess that's how it'll end. Whatever. I still, I don't know if I like the Geometry Dash community or this community more. But I don't know. Geometry Dash community was way more nicer. I don't know. I don't know about the MML yet. I might start talking there instead, but they don't. Of course, they're not the most the stuff I play is never placing on the MML. So when I talk about that, they probably don't even know anything about it. They're probably talking about, oh my gosh, when is Ultimatum getting dethroned when there's like 30 things that are harder than it, but you know, it's whatever. I was just ranting. We're gonna end it there. It's a 10